In a world that often measures success by diplomas and conventional paths, one man's story stands as a testament to the power of raw ambition, a defiant spirit, and an unshakable belief in one's own vision. It's a journey that begins not in a pristine Ivy League hall, but in the gritty reality of a Chicago South Side apartment, with a boy who wouldn't even know he was adopted until he was 12. This is the story of a college dropout, a restless wanderer, and a so-called playboy who defied every expectation to build a software empire that would fundamentally change the way the world runs. This is the story of Larry Ellison. His journey began with a question mark. Born in New York City in 1944 to an unwed mother, Lawrence Joseph Ellison was given up for adoption at 9 months old. He never knew his biological father. He was sent to live with his aunt and uncle on the south side of Chicago, raised in a modest 2-bedroom apartment. For years, he believed these were his biological parents, a comforting illusion that shattered when he was just 12 years old. The revelation that he was adopted seeded a deep-seated feeling of being an outsider, a sense of needing to prove his worth not just to the world but to himself. This early life disruption forged a fierce independence and a rebellious streak that would define his entire life. The world of formal education never quite fit Larry's restless mind. He enrolled at the University of Illinois, a bright and promising pre-med student. But during his second year, tragedy struck. His adoptive mother, the woman who had raised him, passed away. Devastated and losing his focus, he dropped out. He later gave college another try, this time at the University of Chicago, where he first encountered the nascent world of computer design. Yet again, the structured environment couldn't hold him. After just one semester, burdened by financial struggles and an insatiable curiosity that couldn't be contained within a classroom, he left for good. He was now a 2-time college dropout, armed with little more than a powerful intellect and a burning desire to make his own way. With just a few $100s in his pocket, Ellison packed his bags and drove west, drawn by the magnetic pull of California and its burgeoning tech scene. For the next 8 years, he drifted, was a nomad in the professional world, moving from one odd job to another. He was working as a technician for Wells Fargo, a programmer for Amdahl. He wasn't building a career in the traditional sense. He was absorbing knowledge. He taught himself the intricate languages of computers, diving deep into programming with a passion that formal schooling had failed to ignite. During his time at Amdahl, he worked on a project that would prove to be pivotal, the IBM System R database. He was on the periphery of a technological revolution, learning the architecture of a new world. The thunderclap moment, the idea that would change everything, arrived not in a flash of divine inspiration, but on the pages of an obscure IBM research paper. The paper, authored by Edgar F. Codd, laid out the theoretical framework for a relational database. It was a revolutionary concept for organizing and accessing vast amounts of information. While the corporate giant IBM saw it as an interesting academic exercise and failed to see its immediate commercial value, Larry Ellison saw the future. He saw a gold mine. He understood with absolute clarity that this was the key to unlocking the power of data for businesses everywhere. In 1977, fueled by this vision and a healthy dose of audacity, Ellison made his move. He teamed up with 2 of his former colleagues, Bob Miner and Ed Oates. In 1979, the small team achieved the impossible. They released Oracle version 2, the first commercially available SQL relational database management system. They strategically skipped version 1 to imply that their product was already stable and tested. It was a classic Ellison move, part brilliant marketing, part sheer nerve. This product laid the cornerstone for a software empire. By 1982, recognizing the power of their flagship project's name, they officially renamed the company Oracle Systems Corporation. The company grew at a blistering pace, propelled by an aggressive sales culture that promised customers the world sometimes before the technology was even fully built. But this relentless, growth-at-all-costs strategy nearly brought the entire empire crashing down. In 1990, Oracle was on the verge of bankruptcy. The company was rocked by a financial crisis, a scandal born from accounting errors and the practice of booking future license sales as current revenue. The market lost faith. Oracle's stock price plummeted, and its market capitalization was wiped out. It seemed the meteoric rise was destined for an equally spectacular fall. Pundits wrote the company's obituary. But they underestimated Larry Ellison's resilience. In the face of ruin, Ellison didn't flinch. He restructured the company, replaced much of his management team, and, most importantly, doubled down on the technology. The comeback came in 1992 with the launch of Oracle 7. It was a technical marvel. A quantum leap forward that was so powerful and stable it completely swept the market. Oracle not only recovered, it emerged stronger, more dominant than ever before. This near-death experience taught Ellison a valuable lesson, but it didn't tame his aggressive instincts. He went on the offensive, embarking on a series of strategic and often hostile acquisitions, swallowing up rivals like PeopleSoft and in a landmark deal. Acquiring the hardware giant Sun Microsystems in 2009, he wasn't just building a software company anymore. He was building a complete technology stack, from applications to servers. Throughout it all, Larry Ellison cultivated a persona as Silicon Valley's ultimate iconoclast. He was the wild fox of the business world, a rule breaker known for his scathing critiques of competitors. His brash predictions and an almost pathological focus on winning. His views on education were a direct reflection of his own life. He openly mocked the idea that a college degree was a prerequisite for success, believing that true learning happens through experience, through trial and error, and through an unrelenting pursuit of knowledge on one's own terms. This rebellious spirit extended to his personal life, earning him the notorious Playboy label. He lived a life of extravagant luxury, a stark contrast to his humble beginnings. He amassed a fortune that allowed him to indulge in passions for mega-yachts, racing in treacherous open-ocean competitions, collecting fighter jets, and building opulent estates. In a move of ultimate extravagance, he even bought 98% of an entire Hawaiian island. Lanai, his personal life, marked by multiple marriages and a constant presence in the society pages, was as turbulent and headline-grabbing as his business dealings. Yet, beneath the flamboyant exterior was a man of deep convictions. He joined the Giving Pledge, committing to donate the vast majority of his immense wealth to philanthropic causes, particularly in medical research. From an adopted boy on the south side of Chicago to the data king of the digital age, Larry Ellison's life is a powerful American saga. It's a story that proves that you don't need a perfect pedigree, formal education, or the approval of the establishment to change the world. All you need is a fire within, a vision that no one else can see, and the courage to bet on yourself when the whole world is betting against you. His journey is a defiant roar against convention, a moving reminder that our beginnings do not have to define our destiny, and that with enough will, even a dropout can build an empire that lasts for generations.